Welcome to Optimal Timelines. I am your guide, Sean, and helping you to connect to your most optimal future timeline. So monthly Tarotscope readings for August 2022 for your North Node by sign and house. And remember, the reason I use the North Node as opposed to your Sun, Moon, or Ascendant is because it is your North Star. It is the thing that we are supposed to learn and practice in this lifetime. So it's much more relevant to your everyday life. Now, a big thing happening this month, end of July into August, is the Uranus-Mars North Node conjunction in Taurus. Lots of changes on the global level and for all of us. And what I always say to my clients and friends about their North Node is, when you follow your North Node path and you're on path for your lifetime and what you're supposed to learn, transits, even difficult transits, are much more easy and smooth for your life. So that's the key right there. So let's get into the readings. This is your monthly Tarotscope reading for August 2022 for everybody with their North Node in Scorpio and or the 8th house. And remember, you're going to want to watch two videos. You're going to want to watch one for your North Node by sign and one for your North Node by house. And while I'm shuffling, I want to invite you to just take some deep breaths, relax, open up your energy field to receive any information that's going to be most relevant to your life. So I'm going to connect to the energies and we can begin. I call upon my spirit guides and guardians and the wisdom of my ancestors to bring forth the information that's true and correct for all who see this reading, that it may bring them the most beautiful, happy life possible and set them on their most optimal future timeline. So may it be. Okay, North Node in Scorpio and or the 8th house. Okay, the spread on this side of the table represents the first half of the month from the 1st to the 15th, and this side represents the 16th of the month to the end. So, yeah, it looks like a fairly intense and complex month for a lot of you. Remember, like the energies, even with the North Nodes, there's a lot of similarities, but they don't hit everybody, the same, okay? Especially with the same North Nodes. But I am seeing a general intenseness that is happening, and it's happening for a reason. And we're going to get into it in a minute, but the reason that this is happening, first and foremost, is because we're in some really intense times. We've got Mars and Uranus conjunct the North Node in Taurus. And so it's all of the fixed signs, because right now the North Node is in Taurus, the collective North Node, and your South Node is in Taurus. So Scorpio's Taurus, Scorpio North Nodes, South Nodes, Taurus, North Nodes, South Nodes, and all of the fixed signs of the zodiac, Aquarius, Leo, and Taurus and Scorpio, are really feeling this, okay, this conjunction. Now, the overall theme for you is the 8 of Cups upright. And so what I'm seeing this month is that one of the things that you are going through and you have gone through this lifetime, most people that have their North Node in Scorpio have had experiences with a lot of dramatic things happening in their life, like dealing with a lot of drama, a lot of intense situations. And there is a need, or I should say a desire, when you have your South Node in Taurus or the second house, to have a life of kind of simplicity and ease, like a non-complex life. And see, that's part of the beauty and the gift of Taurus, is it's like, life doesn't have to be that complicated. It's like, let's just sit down and enjoy this meal and sit around the campfire. It's a very sensual life living, sensual, like not necessarily sexually, but like, sensual, like sensuous. Okay. And so it's a life of, things don't have to be that complicated. But the reason that if you've had, most people that have this placement have had to deal with a lot of intense things in their life, a lot of dramatic things. And there's almost, for most of you, it's like a distaste in dealing with it. But what this Eight of Cups is saying is that not to run away from intense emotional situations, dramatic situations. It's not a time to like walk away, even though could be a desire just to like wash your hands of it and say, like, I'm out, okay? And what I feel like this first half of the month is there's a way to deal with it, which is going to make it very much less painful. I feel like with this Five of Swords, there could be a situation that is, I guess a word could be like an ugly situation. It could be a situation that is not pleasant. It's probably going to have to do with another person or a group of people. And it's going to require some sort of a response from you. I also feel like there's an energy that the King of Cups you have above the Five of Swords, you have reversed King of Cups, and you've got the upright King of Pentacles. And there is going to be a challenge of, with the two kings, the King of Cups rules the water signs. So Scorpio North Node, okay? So it rules a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, okay? And the King of Pentacles rules the earth signs, okay? Virgo, Capricorn. And it's getting you to not handle situations in the same way that it's always been handled, okay? It's a matter of getting in here. It's kind of like getting down and dirty and handling this situation. Now, your two advice cards are this. You have reversed Strength and reversed Nine of Pentacles. So what this is saying is that with this reversed Knight of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles, and also remember, the kings and queens of the tarot deck are not gender specific, okay? They're just energies. It's a polarity. You have a male polarity and a female polarity. But for men, queen cards could come up. For women, male cards, male energy. And for people of any gender, non-binary, it doesn't matter. We all have these energies within us, okay? So they're not gender specific, okay? But what this is saying with this Nine of Pentacles reversed is there could be a desire to, like I said, walk away emotionally from the situation, kind of handle it, go into your own world or garden and like wash your hands of the situation. And it's saying like not to do that. The reverse Strength card here is interesting. What this is telling you to do is that there's a way to handle the situation in a delicate way. The maiden here is taming this lion, this wild beast, okay, in a gingerly careful manner, without having to, she's not handling this volatile animal. So you could say you're not going to handle this volatile situation with like necessarily fighting fire with fire. There's a way to handle it with finesse. And that's one of the gifts that you have, is with your North Node in Taurus, or your South Node in Taurus, and or the second house, you do have the gift of diplomacy. But you are being challenged in this lifetime to really dive into the complexities of life, to the psychology of life, to things are not always just simple on the surface. Sometimes we got to go deep. And that's what this North Node in Scorpio is. It's, Scorpio ruled by Mars and Pluto, okay? So it's like going deep. Now, this situation, like I said, it's going to be involving a person or a group of people, and it's not going to be pleasant. The bottom line with this is, don't go into old patterns by, just walking away. Handle it with care and with caution, but it must be handled. Now, I feel like the second half of the month, we're dealing with either an overflow of this situation or something similar, because this theme of the month is some intense situations. The second half of the month, with this, you have the Hierophant reversed, you've got the Devil reversed, and then the Moon reversed. Now, this is a situation that is going to deal with things on a different level. It's going to deal with someone who is in your life who is an authority. So it could be a teacher, a mentor, it could be a parental figure, or a loved one. Because I always say, people that watch these readings, when I'm talking about authority figures, those people in our life that are important to us, like in our romantic relationships, even family and friends, they are authority figures because they are important in our life. So they are key figures. So even they're not like necessarily over us like a parent or a teacher. But this also is dealing with, maybe a lot of this is dealing with your belief system. So you've been challenged. That's where the crossover happens. You're being challenged in your beliefs, in your truth, and you're being forced to really like look at a situation with the Devil reversed and the Moon reversed, a situation that is multi-layered and complex. And it's like, in a phrase, a sticky, unpleasant situation. Okay. The key is not what the situation is. Okay. The key here is not what these specifically are, because you're going to know when they happen. It's going to be in how you handle it. Again, the advice cards, the 8 of Wands. Okay. Moving forward with energy. This is taking action and moving forward. And you've got the Empress. Okay. So there's a way to, when you handle the situation and you're able to say, okay, you know what? I really don't want to deal with this drama. I don't want to. It's not pleasant, but I'm going to get my hands dirty and I'm going to get in here and I'm going to respond to this. How are you going to respond? You're going to respond using your Taurus strength in your South Node, or your second house strength, with your stability. You're going to handle it with intelligence. You're going to handle it with care. You're not going to just go charging in with guns blazing, but the fact is you're going to handle it. And when you handle it, here's what happens. When you handle this situation, as opposed to walking away from it and not handling it, when you do that, you're going to get the peace that you desire, okay? Except it's going to be even more. Instead of just being the 9 of Pentacles, in your garden where you're safe and secure, you're now graduated to the Empress. energy. Okay? You're someone who is living a life of beauty, a life of peace. I mean, this is, a Taurus card, okay? You've got Venus here. Venus rules Taurus. The Venus symbol, this is Earth. So you are becoming, you're going from your past life of being this, and it doesn't matter, as I said, what gender you are, male, female, or otherwise, non-gender. You're coming from a past life of this beautiful, strong, Taurus energy, but you're graduated to the higher octave of Taurus, and the ultimate, like going from the King or Queen of Pentacles to the Empress, okay? And that's how you're going to handle that, where you're handling this. The Empress is not afraid to handle what needs to be handled, but she can still enjoy the beauty and, serenity of life. So essentially that's what this is. It's time, what you're learning, it's time to get into the down and dirty complexity of life and life situations, the psychology of people. It's not going to come easy. It's not going to be fun. But when you find you face it, when that Taurus bull turns around and says, you know what, I'm not walking away. And you don't have to handle it like a bull seeing red or a bull in a china shop. You can handle it, but the bull strength comes when you just walk up to face it. And then you can handle it on a situation by situation basis by what needs. Do you need to come in like a charging bull, or do you need to come in with a little bit more finesse, like the strength card, okay? That's where your discernment has to come in, okay? But definitely handle it. Do not walk away from dramatic situations. Respond and handle them with that Taurus strength, and you're going to find things are going to be a lot better in your life when you're going to get to that higher octave of Taurus, which is the Empress, okay? So thank you so much for watching. I hope this reading was helpful to you and you found some value in it. If you could hit that like button, I would really appreciate it. It helps the channel. And if you would like a personal reading, there's going to be a link in the description box below. Would love to give you more information on that, and we can talk about your chart and situation on an individual basis. So yeah, thanks for watching. Go out there, be strong, stand your ground in like that bull you are, and make it a great month. So many blessings. We'll see you again in some more videos.